Happy Monday, Eagles. Week 3 of remote learning. And before I get started, I just want you to know how proud I am of you. Our MobiMax numbers have increased from week 1 to week 2. So that means you are doing the work. Everyone should have technology now. So this is kind of our new normal. Today on Spirit Week is Dewey Swag Day. However, none of my Dewey swag fits me because my babies are growing. So I'm just in a green plain shirt, but we can pretend that it says Dewey. So anyways, this week we are going to focus on plot. Well, let me back up. This week we're going to focus on the 5 elements of literature, which are plot, character, conflict, theme, and setting. So today's lesson is going to be on plot. So just a brief overview. I know we have that fun vocabulary video that we all listen to and sing. It's like plot, character, conflict, theme, setting. Yes, these are the 5 things that you're going to be needing when you're reading or writing a short story that's mad exciting. So here we go. The 5 elements of literature, right? So plot are the main events of a novel. The characters are the people in a literary text. Conflict is the problem. Conflict is just a fancy word for problem. Theme is the message. And then setting is where and when a story takes place. We've talked about all of this. You've done it in grades before. This should just be a review. The one thing that we're going to get into today, let me just show you. When we go over this plot anchor chart, in 1st and 2nd grade, and maybe even a little bit of 3rd grade, I'm not sure, but we really focused on that all stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And while, yes, that's true, as we get into 4th grade and 5th grade, and especially in middle school, we're too old to say stories have a beginning, middle, and an end. It's very babyish. Zuzu's getting into something. Anyway, so instead of saying that, give me 1 second. Okay, so instead of saying stories have a beginning, middle, and an end, we are going to say that all plots all literature stories, novels, have a plot. They have to have a plot. Plot consists of 5 main things. Technically 7 if you want to really get specific. So we have the exposition. This is like the beginning or the introduction. NWEA uses the word exposition. That's the word we're going to use so you don't see it and go, what? So you will know, okay? That is where we find essential background information about the characters in the setting. So this is the beginning of the roller coaster, right? We just got on, we buckled in, right? The beginning of a roller coaster, the beginning of a story. Then we're going up the slope. And as we're going up, we're kind of introduced to the problem. And then we also have rising actions. These are a series of events that develop the conflict or the problem. So as each event happens, we get deeper and deeper into the problem. Then we get to the top, and it's like at the tip top of a roller coaster where the first car's like over and everybody else is like hanging over the edge. That's the turning point, okay? And it's the top of our roller coaster. Then as we inch over, we have our falling actions. These are the events after the climax that lead to and I drew an arrow, the resolution, okay? So after we get over the climax, we have the falling actions. They're just main events that happen on the other side of the roller coaster tracks. And then when we get to the resolution is the conclusion to the story that reveals the solution to the problem or the conflict. Sometimes we get to the climax and we actually never really find out in depth the solution. And that is when book endings really frustrate you. If you've ever read a book and it ended and you're like, what? That's how it ends? That is when an author doesn't really give you the full resolution. And some of the best books have endings like that. So this is our plot roller coaster. I'm going to hold it here. If you need to hit pause so you can understand it or see it better, I understand. Okay. So today, your MobyMax assignment is to go in and answer all of the questions about plot. They are in your MobyMax assignments. I have pulled back all of your MobyMax assignments that were due the past week. Remember, those are due by Friday at 5 p.m. And then my office hours are actually switching. So I will be available on Zoom from 9 until 11 every day, Monday through Friday. This Thursday I will be available from 1 to 3 in the afternoon because I have a doctor's appointment for the babies. And if you need something and it's not during our Zoom hours, call, text, or email me. Have a great week.